All right, sitting here with Thabiso Mchunu. He's still in Russia up until midweek. Can I get your assessment on your victory? How do you feel after winning that fight?
Well, I'm happy that I won for a good fight, stick to the game plan, and yeah, I'm happy.
No, Thabiso, I mean, staying in Russia for a while now. I mean, it would have been harsh if you didn't get the win. But you did. You beat the gold medalist. The fact that he was a gold medalist, you got through him like that. The second gold medalist you fought. Was it one of the achievements you can tick off on your list?
Yeah, one of my biggest wins as a pro. And yeah, he's a good boxer. He's done a lot in an amateur. He had a good pedigree, but I knew I'm better than him. As I told you, that I'm just better than him, and I just stayed to the game plan and executed, and yeah, we got the result convincingly.
It looked at home at least like it was quite smooth for you, like it was pretty easy going. You didn't really have to go too much out of your comfort zone. Is that how it went for you as well?
Yeah, look, I've been around. I've fought the best in the world. I've beaten the best. So for me, it was one of those days where I know that I have to bring my A game in order to win very convincingly, and I just did that. So it wasn't something new to me, but I knew that I'm gonna have to bring my A game in order to come out victorious.
Well, that's the second win in a row in Russia. I mean, it's like a second home to you now. You're doing well there. They're getting well looked after. Just Russia itself. Are you happy?
Come again?
Happy to be in Russia and obviously getting a second win there and getting used to the conditions there?
Yeah, I'm very happy, and I'm getting used to Russia now since it's my second time fighting here and my second victory. And yeah, good.
Well, it seems like you'll be fighting there again in the future because a lot of the heavier, like cruiserweight division is in Russia anyway. So you might be making a few more trips there. Are you happy, more than happy to be making that trip, I'm guessing?
Amen.
Are you happy to be coming back to Russia maybe again in the future?
Yeah, I'm very happy, and they treat us very well. Yeah, they're more professional. They do things like accordingly, and yeah, they respect the sport, and they treat us very well. So I'm happy to fight here again.
The scorecard was probably very accurate. One-sided judging, one-sided fight. Some of the commentary in South Africa had you losing the fight, which we thought was very surprising. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think I won the fight very convincingly. I would say maybe I won all 11, maybe around, if I'll say maybe a draw, but I think I won most all 11 rounds. And yeah, but everyone has his own opinion. Maybe whoever was watching, whoever was saying that I'm losing the fight, there is own opinion. So everyone has his own opinion. So I can't just rely on yeah and that getting to me. So everyone has his own opinion.
Well, my scorecard, I agreed with the one judge. I did 119, 111 to you. I thought you won very easy. And I thought that the fact that he was a gold medalist made it even better. But if we look towards the next step, Thabiso, I mean, you in a good position. You're high in most of the sanctioning bodies. You can either challenge the likes of Lawrence Okoli, maybe. You can challenge maybe Junior Makabu. What do you want to do?
For now, I can do whatever, man. I can beat anyone in the top 10. So it's going to depend on my manager and the promoter. Whoever comes up with a good offer, then we'll take whoever they bring in front of me. But right now, I believe I can beat anyone in the top 10.
For you, is it just, to win a world title? Doesn't matter like if it's like who the opponent is. I mean, because there are good champions in the cruiserweight division. You got Okoli, you got Bradis, you got Junior Makabu, and those sort of guys. Does it matter which guy you face, or is it just getting the opportunity?
Yeah, right now it doesn't matter. As I just said, now I can beat anyone in the top 10. So it doesn't matter who I face. Yeah, as long as the offer is good for us, for my camp.
And for you, just how comfortable you looked in there, would you say that's your best performance of your career?
I will say, like now I'm more experienced. Yeah, I can say that it's one of my best. performance in my poker career, but I still believe that I can do better, and I could have done better. But yeah, when you fight in a big stage like this, you have to be very careful and be aware of what you're doing.
Is that one of the reasons why you maybe took your time on the shots, because he is a big guy and he can return quite hard? Is that why you kind of paced yourself a little bit better?
Yeah, and when I'm in the ring, I think a lot. I don't believe that boxing is just toe to toe. You just have to get in the ring and get hit and hit the guy. I don't believe in that. I wasn't taught boxing like that, so I believe boxing is a game of art. So the taught I display when I get into the ring is to get hit, is to hit my opponent and don't get hit.
Well, one of the things that was visibly notable was that you went for his body. He had like a lot of pain on the one side of his body. Was that one of the game plans going into the fight?
Yeah, that was one of our game plan, and since he's a taller guy, so for me it was gonna be easier and to start from the body then finish to the head. So it was one of our game plan.
Well, one of the best things that could have happened was a lot of people overseas, particularly in Europe, were commenting saying it was going to be an easy fight for Tischenko and it was going to be a one-sided fight. And they compared him to some of the other champions. What were your thoughts? I don't know if you saw the comments, but what would you think now that you beat him quite easily?
Yeah, I knew like a lot of the guys, especially here in Russia, they're gonna think it's gonna be easy for him, and there were even guys in South Africa who thought it was gonna beat me easy, and he just said there was one guy who was saying, commenting that I'm losing the fight. It's a pity that all the judges saw that I won the fight. So in a sport like this, you get people like that. So, but then that didn't bother me much because I knew that I got the goods, I got all it takes to beat him. And I knew I'm going to come as an underdog, but I knew that I'm going to beat him. As I told you before, that I'm better than him. He has done well in boxing. He's got a good career. I think he's got a good career. Can still be a champion, but I'm just better than him. And I fought the best in the world, so he had no chance to beat me.
Do you think, obviously you're very experienced now, you're 33 years old, you're doing really, you had to be at the peak of your career now, peak of your powers. Do you think a younger version of yourself would have been annoyed by such comments like that?
Yeah, I think so, but now I'm more matured. I know how it goes in the sport of boxing. You get people like that, so that doesn't bother me at all.
And obviously you had a really cool ring walkouts as well, which maybe you can't always do in South Africa because of like the way they do the lighting and everything like that. Did you enjoy that sort of moment?
Yeah, I enjoyed it a lot, and it's one of my favorite parts when I'm going to the fight, my walking entrance. So it's one of my favorites.
So Thabiso, when you come back home, what you gonna do first?
Firstly, I just need to relax, go see my family, spend time with my family.
Yeah, well, that's good. And when would you like to be back in the ring again? Like timeline?
Anytime, man. I think maybe in 2 months' time, I'm gonna be back in the ring. Anytime from then, I'd love to get back in the ring. But it's gonna depend on the promoter and my manager. They're gonna discuss and come up with a good offer for me.
Right. And for the South Africans that will be traveling soon, we've got Kanyele Bulana, Maurizio Mtsalane, the other guys that will be making trips overseas really soon. Do you have a message for maybe some advice for them on the travel?
Yeah, that they must keep their head high, believe in themselves, and believe in their camp. Then everything is possible.
All right. So thank you very much, Thabiso, for your thoughts post-fight against it. Do you have anything lastly you'd like to add?
Nothing much. I'd like to thank my camp, my trainer, my sponsors, and everyone who've been supporting me. And yeah, thanks to my South African supporters, anyone in the world who've been supporting me. Thanks a lot.